All right, gentlemen, we're looking at the sniper after patch 6.0. It was really all love. He got no nerfs, and 12 different perks got reworked and buffed in some sort of way. And then as you see in the bottom right, you also had a couple of weapon buffs as well. So first, we're going to start with some of the most notable ones and some of you're really going to want to check out. One of the first ones is number 7. Now, this is when you manually activate your cloak. This perk is also going to restore all of your contested health. And if you are working your cloak properly and you are, activating and deactivating it properly, this is a very, very strong perk now, and survivability on the class took a huge bump if you learn how to use this properly. And I'll have some videos about using it soon here. And then number 8, which is in the same row, unfortunately, but got a very, very nice bump as well with adding a 10% onto your speed. And that's basically an unlimited 10% speed boost to the class. As long as you're using your cloak right, you're going to get that extra 2 seconds in your cloak when you break it, and you're going to stay with your 10%. So you know what I'm saying? You could really keep up 10% speed, move around the map, find your positioning, and then really, really go from there. So, number 7, I would say you're going to take that if you're more of like a close range, and it's really going to work well with restoring your contested health and keeping you in the fights. And then number 8, with the added speed and everything, is going to be really nice for moving around the map, gaining positioning with your like sniper rifles and things like that, and then really going to work with them. So, 2 really, really strong buffs right there. And then another one I want to mention, which is one of my favorite ones on the list, just because I play this. The 7 and 8 are the best ones, I think. But this is one of my favorites because this is a build that I play. So number 9 went from 100% extra damage when you break your melee, or you break your cloak with the melee, to 150%. And then you compare that with number 1 now that went from 10% to 20%. So every time you break your cloak, you're going to have 170% extra damage. And if you're adding that onto your shadow stab and different things like that, you could be very, very deadly. And like I said, that's one of my favorite builds to play, is with the SMG carbine and running with a blocking knife and really doing massive amount of melee damage. So I really love that work right there. And there's just a lot of good ones in here. 4 and 5 you're going to want to look at. You're always taking 4 and 5. Probably, because if you got a bolt sniper or if you got the bolt SMG, both of those got some reworks and went up a bit. And then, like I said before, you got a couple buffs to the stalker and the bolt carbine. And then I think the bolt carbine marksman did get a buff as well of 7%. So it's the bolt carbine, but it's the other version of it. So that went up a little more than the regular version. I wouldn't think 7% is enough to make the bolt carbine marksman good enough, though. I did use that weapon a lot, and I would assume that 7% isn't quite enough for that one. But the 5% to the stalker and the 5% to the bolt carbine are very nice. They're noticeable. I mean, the stalker feels really good on, and I was surprised that that even got a buff. But yeah, this is what you're looking at when it comes to the sniper. Like I said, patch 6.0 was really nice to the class. And now I'm going to go in and make some build guides, and I will be having them out throughout the week here, and hopefully get every single one of them out by this weekend. So I do appreciate you guys checking out the video, and I will catch you on the next one.